Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sylvia D'Silva, and I'm a self taught artist. Well, in today's video, you will be watching me paint this beautiful owl, and I've always been so excited about painting on a black surface, and I find that it reduces the amount of effort, and I really had fun doing this piece. It's been a while since I made some fine art pieces. I have been dabbling around with watercolors for a while, and it was such a great thing to get started with something like this. So, to list the materials that I have used in this video, the first thing I'd like to mention is the paper. So I've always had an issue with the kind of pastel papers that are available in India, and I'm waiting for the day that pastel matte becomes available here at a reasonable price. And I bought this Fabriano Artistico pastel paper, and again I was not very much satisfied with the tooth, and I usually like working in several layers. So since I mostly work with acrylics, I always prefer using several layers. So what I did with this paper is, it's actually black, completely black, but here you can see it's kind of a dull black. So I diluted some Liquitex gesso and used it as an airbrush paint, and I airbrushed gesso over the entire surface of this paper, and I did it in several layers. Let me tell you, it's not very easy diluting gesso and airbrushing it, so you'll have to be very patient with it and make sure that it isn't too watery. So you have to just learn how to do it, try it out. This was my first trial with airbrushing gesso, and I think it turned out pretty well as I expected. So I airbrushed 2 layers, I think it must be 2 or 3, I'm not very sure, but yeah, you will need a minimum of 2 layers. And before you do the second layer of gesso airbrushing, I would say wait a while, let it dry completely, and only then go in with the second layer, because you don't want clumping to happen. And then I started drawing on it with pitt pastels, Faber Castell pitt pastels. I have the set of 60, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't blend too much here, so because I really wanted that the feathers to stand out very distinctively. And yeah, I've only used colors of gray and white. And you will notice that I started with gray and then went over each of those layers with white again to add some highlights. So even if you're doing a monochromatic painting, just remember to add a hint of color in there. So here I have added a bit of brown to just give it a contrast, and I've also used black in the darkest areas so that for the lights and darks to be more prominent. And I also didn't want this piece to be very much of a fine art piece. I didn't want it to be too photorealistic, so I just had fun with it. One of my first realistic pieces was an owl, and to this day it remains one of my favorites. And it also made me realize that I can actually do photorealistic art, but I prefer adding some abstract elements into it. So I've also decided to do a lot of owl paintings in the future because I find them so fascinating. I think it begins from my love of the Harry Potter books, and yeah, I just love that owl post and owls as pets, and it was so different and they're really cute. And as I'm recording this video, I can actually hear an owl hooting outside my window, and I just don't know where that owl is. I'm not able to find it. So the thing with pastels is if you want a very blended look, don't sharpen your pencils too much. But if you want to get finer details, make sure you have a very sharp point on your pastel pencils. I've got several queries about which pastels are good, and I'm not really sure because I've only used Faber Castell pitt pastels, and I've also used Mungyo pastels, which are pretty good. You get a whole set of colors, and it's nice that you can just buy a single shade and try out. So why don't you go ahead and do that? Because you also get a small set of Mungyo pastels. It's like half sticks, and you get a set of 12 colors, and it's not very expensive, so you can just try out that, or you can buy 2 colors, try a monochromatic painting. You'll also notice I occasionally erase the lines which I have drawn earlier because I didn't want those lines to be too prominent. Okay, I also apologize for the train sounds in the background. I live very close to the railway line, and yeah, this is something I have to deal with every day, and I don't know how to eliminate. I'd also like to remind you about my newsletter. You can head over to my website and sign up there, and I send out newsletters don't worry, I won't spam you. I will only send newsletters maybe once a week or even less frequently, and it's just to update you on my blog posts, my YouTube videos, and any other offers that I have on paintings and sales, upcoming sales, and new collections, and so on. So you can sign up to my newsletter and avail wonderful discounts and such. You will also get a closer look into my work and my daily activities when it comes to painting. I have started painting at least one little thing every day so that I just bring a little bit of joy with beautiful colors on paper or on canvas. So back to the drawing. Although I was not 100% satisfied with the tooth of the paper, but it's been way better than anything I've tried in the past. I also have pastel papers by Art Spectrum, which I'm gonna try out next and see how different it is. Most people claim that it's one of the best pastel papers available in India currently, so I'm gonna give that a try and let you know how it goes. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you have put up any queries in the past and I haven't responded, it probably got lost in all of the filters that I have put up. So I just wanted to avoid all the swear words and stuff from my comments, because even kids watch my videos and I want to keep them away from that. So if I haven't replied to any of your comments or questions, do mention it in the comments below, or you could even send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to stay updated with my daily activities and my painting routine and such, you can just follow me on Instagram and get in touch with me there. So thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making this painting. If you try out something like this, I'd love to see it. Do share your photos of your paintings on my email or anywhere on Instagram. Just get in touch with me on social media. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a great day.